The other one would be, and this is a warning to everyone, is trolls in your comments, and not even just posting bad comments, but we did discover, and so lesson for everyone, when you are pulling up comments on your screen, check their profile image before you pull them up. If they have a inappropriate profile image, you can get your YouTube channel taken down.
So when you stream, what kind of setup do you use? Obviously, you're using StreamYard, but
Yes.
other cameras and software, PC or Mac.
Yeah, so 90% of the time I am streaming from home. And when I'm streaming from home, I am on a Mac. I use the iMac 24-inch, the M1 model that came out last year, I think. Last year. I was like, again, I don't know what year it is anymore. The years have blurred together over the last couple years. So I'm
Seriously, half the time that I say last year, I mean 2019.
Right, and that's why I'm like,
Like,
wait, was it last year? So yeah, I came out. I got the 24-inch M1 iMac. I really do love using the M1 for streaming. I used a MacBook Pro laptop for years, and it works great. But anybody who has streamed or done anything labor intensive on a MacBook Pro, you know that about halfway through, your fan is going to kick on and it's going to sound like a jet engine ready to take off into outer space. So I love the computer I'm on now. I have the Sony A6000 DSLR camera that I have plugged into an ATEM Mini. Before that, I was using the Elgato Cam Link though. And what that does is just create the feed from the camera to the computer to act as that HDMI interface. I have the Shure MV7 microphone.
Nice.
I really like that microphone. Before that, I was using the Blue Yeti. It was a great mic. I really like the Shure though. It was an upgrade. And
I'm using the Blue Yeti.
Yeah, I love the Blue Yeti. When I swapped to the Shure though, I noticed I was like, wow, okay, that was a big difference. So that was an upgrade I was really happy I made.
Okay.
I have the Elgato Key Lights, providing my lighting. And then for headphones, they are my favorite little trick. I get asked all the time. People are like, you're not wearing any headphones, because I don't have the big over the ear, or even if I have my hair pulled behind me, people are like, well, you don't have headphones in. And I do, but they're clear, they're over the ear, and they go down behind. They are $16 on Amazon. It is my hot tip. They are let's see, I think I have the little case here. They are the Me, M-E-E. And they're the Me, I think the sweat-proof sport one. I'll have to get the exact name of them, but I like them because they're clear and they go over the back and you can't even see them when they're in. And then
I'm just using AirPods. I figure that they're so boring, people don't notice them anymore.
They are, but I've gotten stumped with my AirPods. They've caused me difficulties before, because they're connected to my phone and to all those other things, that if I get, even when I have my phone in Do Not Disturb, I'll get a phone call and my AirPods have been known to try to connect to my phone midstream. So I stopped with the AirPods after I got thrown out of them a couple times, and then I'm like scrambling while live trying to reconnect them. But yeah, so that's my main setup.
So how does StreamYard decide what to work on next? Right? I mean, the software is always improving, but how do you guys decide?
Well, we have a long list of feature requests that our audience asks for. And what we really try to do is we have that organized in a system that they will start to see what the most asked features are. Now, again, one, they have to stick to ease of use, to reliability and creating professional looking streams. So we do get feature requests sometimes that we'll get 5,000 people that request a feature, but if it's going to make it no longer fit into those things, then we're not going to move forward with that one. So we really do hold true to those pillars, but we take that list and it's organized into the top requests, and they will then start to build on those, and that'll be kind of the next feature that they're working on. And they really just try to process and figure out what everybody's looking for and what they're wanting.
Any hints for us about how to keep your audience really engaged?
Yeah, so the big things are, start talking with the audience and getting those questions. As they start building up the questions, you can kind of create that two-way conversation. Part of the beauty of StreamYard is you get to bring the conversations up. So when Quiet Galaxy was like 1 minute of video equals an hour of editing, and it's like, exactly, that is exactly what it does. It creates that. And that's where then you can also start to go, okay, you know what? That's a great topic. Let's do a whole show on how we can simplify that process. So you can kind of talk to them that way. Also, getting that planning out ahead of time. So getting the promotion of the show so people know when you're going live. They know to come watch you. You guys have it set up great with the app if you've got the StreamYard app, and it tells you right there that Speedify is live. So you get the notification right on your phone that's awesome. And people know that, hey, they're going to be live. This is who they're talking with and why. We have a giveaway tool.
I'm very proud of that notification.
I love it. And it's great when
Had
I
a
see
few complaints, but there's a way to turn it off if you really don't want it. I think most people appreciate it, though.
And it's fun when you see your own name on it. I'm like, hey, I know that person. We have a giveaway tool. So anybody who uses StreamYard has access to it, and it's streamyard.com/giveaway. And you can create a giveaway system that then you're like, hey guys, we've got this giveaway that we're going to be doing. You want to watch this show, ask questions, and then you have them enter a certain text. So you'll have hashtag Speedify or hashtag StreamYard or whatever you want to put in that text, and you get your audience to start to enter that text, and you're able to do giveaways.
You need to surface that more in the user interface, because I gotta be honest, I forgot about it.
We're working on.
You told us about last time you were here, and for like a month we were using it, and then I have this short-term attention span. I kind of forgot it was there.
We're working on getting it more brought over into the actual StreamYard tool itself. So right now it's a separate tab that you have to bring in, but it's in the works.
What can you use StreamYard for besides live streaming? Is it
Ah,
just a live streaming tool?
no.
That you have to
Podcasting
brag?
is a great one. We have a ton of podcasters who use us. In fact, it's one of our biggest user bases. So we've determined that live streaming is our largest, and podcasters is probably our second largest user base. And part of that is because now you can download those individual audio recordings. So if you have a guest, if you're a podcaster, audio, of course, is the most important thing. And if you go through and you record the whole thing and your guest's audio was lower than yours, or you just needed to make some adjustments, it's harder if it's one audio feed to go make those adjustments. So by being able to download those individual audio feeds, now you can go tweak that other audio feed individually in your post-production before you put it off to your podcast.
So do you know what people then tend to use? So use this. So I interview my guest, Julie, and I download the audio files. What do people then use to edit it, clean it up?
I'm not 100% sure. That's a great question, actually. That'd be a good one to get some more information on, so then we could actually do some trainings on that one. My guess is a lot are using some of the Adobe Suite products probably to go in there and make some of those edits. I know that there is one in particular, and I cannot think of the name of it, that a lot of the podcasters like to use for editing, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. We've been playing with Descript, I think is the name of it, right?
I love Descript. Descript is a great one. And
you click and say remove all the ums, ahs, and rights.
Yes. You have to be careful if you're doing that though, because then sometimes you can end up with, if you're still using the video feed, you can end up with a video that's a little choppy because it also will clip the video feed with it.
Chopping the audio is.
Yeah, and there is a feature inside of Descript that I have not tried yet, but that a bunch of people were talking about actually this past week at Social Media Week Lima, that were saying it's a game changer when doing all your post-production. So that's actually been on my list this week to get in and try that new feature.
So I fed every one of the 80-something hours of Speedify Live videos through it, and it did an amazing job. Like, it gets capitalization and grammar right?
Yes.
It capitalizes people's names. It figures out who's speaking, puts their names there. It puts commas in the right spots. I mean, it's not perfect, but it is better than I imagined. But now I don't know what to do with this giant pile of documents I have.
Yeah.
It seems like it's enough stuff for a book, but holy cow, is editing that a lot of work. Any advice for people who want to get started live streaming? I think we often end up with a bunch of people in the audience who are watching because they want to live stream, but they haven't.
First, don't get stuck with analysis paralysis, because it's so easy to just freeze and overthink all of the simple things of, I don't have the equipment, I don't like the way I look, I don't like the way I sound, all of these pieces that stop us from actually doing what we want to do. Determine what your show, what your content is going to be about. Create a plan of when you want to go live and how often and where. Once you kind of have the, okay, I'm going to go once a month on Fridays at 10 a.m. to YouTube and Facebook and Twitch, or to YouTube and LinkedIn, or wherever your audience is, you can start to do that and then go, now for the next 4 months, I'm going to plan, or the next month, next 4 weeks, I'm going to plan out, okay, this is show 1, show 2, show 3. This is my list. And once you kind of have that list, you can start to go, okay, do I want to do a solo show? Do I want to have a guest? Where are we going to go? Who are my guests? Go start reaching out to people. The best thing you can do is create your dream list of guests. Who are the absolute, you want them. It might be Gary Vaynerchuk. And you might be going, there is no way I will ever get him on my show, but put him on your list. And then you start reaching out to people. Now, I wouldn't necessarily reach out to Gary right away. You're going to get ignored or told no probably on day 1. But you start building that guest list, you start building that show, and you start reaching out to some of those dream items, those dream guest list people. And you're going to be surprised that you'll start to get the yeses. You'll get a lot of no's, but you're going to start getting the people that you want. And the more you're going live, the more you're building your audience, the bigger your show gets. Those dream guests that seemed really unreachable will eventually become reachable.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Speedify content and tutorials.